I'm really looking forward to that warmer weather.
I know. I think we are all ready for things to improve.
The ice, too much. I can't do it.
Yeah, I said this on my personal page this morning. I think this is probably the worst ice storm I have personally seen.
Right. I can't think of another storm that was this bad. And I'm from here.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I don't know.
Down in central Illinois, I know I have some locals that talk about the ice storm in 1978, and that there were people without power for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And I know some people up here probably know of issues where power has been knocked out for weeks, and it's happened up here. But yeah, it's going to take a bit for things to recover from this ice storm. A brutal ice storm with the trees, the power lines, and still some trees getting knocked down.
Right.
And of course, I think the big story to me that stands out, the Hodag Dome.
Oh my gosh, man. That is crazy.
That is tough, and hopefully they can get things back up and running pretty quickly over there, because that brings a lot of benefits to town, both with the school, with those daily users, and all the tournaments too.
Exactly. Yeah, they had to cancel, I think, a pickleball tournament because the weather was so bad.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate, but you know, it just tells you just how crazy this storm was.
Yeah.
And obviously some things will be learned from this too. But anywho, what else do we get to talk about this morning?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. So for On Our Mind today, I was thinking about how we love our furry friends, especially here at the station. We have dogs running all over all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And it got me thinking how dogs are considered man's best friends and how they're kind of sidekicks. So for today's On Our Mind, if you could have an animal sidekick, what would it be?
Well, let's have you answer it first.
I didn't even get a chance to think about this. Honestly, I would want it to be a pretty large animal, you know, so if somebody sees me, they're like, whoa.
Yeah, you can be
like maybe like a tiger or a bear.
Oh.
I love bears, Devin. So I think a bear would be pretty sick.
You can be like, sick 'em if someone tries to offer you.
And then on top
makes you mad.
And then on top of that, bears are just so adorable. They're just so cute. I love them.
They are a wild animal though, so you have to watch it.
Well, here's the thing. In this scenario, I have him trained. He's mine, you know? So what would your animal be?
Scooby-Doo.
That is really good. Actually, I didn't even think about that. Why Scooby-Doo?
I know, because Scooby-Doo's funny, and I don't know.
I think you and Scooby-Doo would be a very good pair.
Oh, just like Shaggy and Scooby?
100%. I think it would be such a goofy combo. Imagine if we had that here at the station.
Well,
Devin and Scooby.
Well, I'm hungry a lot too, so Scooby and I would, just like Shaggy and Scooby, would go after the food.
There you go. You know what else I think would be another really good animal to have? Smaller, but just as crazy. A skunk. Again,
I think you're crazy.
I think I am crazy, but here's the thing. No one's gonna like approach you if you have a skunk as a sidekick.
Yeah, especially if you got the skunk's butt aimed at someone.
Exactly. Like you can threaten people with that. I'm thinking more on like the defensive, like superhero side. Like nobody's gonna want to mess with me if I have a skunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But for a fun sidekick, I don't know. What other options would there be?
I don't know. You could do like from the olden cartoons. You could be like Underdog.
Underdog is good. Me and Case, one of our assistant directors, we were talking about like a dragon.
Oh, a dragon.
How cool would that be?
Goodness, yeah, fire-breathing dragon. Or well, this is a much of an animal, but how about Shrek and Donkey?
Great combo. I actually just watched Shrek the other day. That's so funny you mentioned that. But no, Donkey's a good sidekick.
Yeah, he would be. Of course, he'd just be jabbering his mouth off like he usually does.
But you know what? We're both jabbers. We both love to talk.
Yes.
So I think that it would be a really good combo for sure.
Yeah, totally right. And we'll have to see what they all do when it comes to Shrek 5 coming out. I know that's gotten some attention of people already, especially with the different animation design.
Right.
But, you know, things change. I mean, they're trying to show that Shrek's age, which I'm sure he has since the last movie, and especially being a dad. So we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens, but I think it's probably time to change to our next topic.
Yes, of course. It's Monday, so that means it's time for Mugshot Mondays.